Hi everybody. It's Monday night. It's a wonderful night to play D&D with your friends. We're the Dicey Miscrits, and we're gonna play some D&D tonight. Thank you for coming and stopping by, or watching on the YouTube, or whatever it is you're doing, you little internet freak. Let's go ahead and go around the table. Player name, player pronouns, character name, character pronouns. We'll start on this side, and we'll go around.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm playing Tiny, and our pronouns are he, him.
Hi, I'm Mallory, and I'm playing Anna, and our pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Irene. I'm playing Moriana, and my pronouns are she, her, and her pronouns are she, they.
Hi, I am Rita. I am playing Pyrea, and both of our pronouns are she, her.
What up? It's your boy Jake. I'm playing Duncan Dukes, and we are he, him.
And last but not least, I'll be your Dungeon Master this evening. My name is Gideon. My pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing a whole lot of people with a whole lot of different pronouns. Including... We haven't really met anybody new. Including the blacksmith and his sister, who run Black Iron Blades. Blacksmith's pronouns are he, him. The storekeeper's owners are pronouns are she, her.
Why are they so bad? What are orals? What are orals?
Orals pronouns?
It cold.
Burr.
Big chill. Last we left off... I'm not... Forgot! You can call him whatever you want.
Whatever I want?
I presumed you were going to without my permission. I didn't think my permission was what was separating you from
I appreciate
from doing that. But last we left off, you guys had combat in the town square. All of you used your inspiration that you had received in order to achieve great success in this fight. You guys pretty handily took out these three assassins for the second time. After they turned out to
Be escaping.
Yeah, be escaping. They appeared to have some other objective, allowing themselves to be caught the first time. That agenda, not gonna happen. They are, you guys, you used your manacles, right?
We've tied them down this time.
Yeah, gagged.
Doors locked.
Doors locked. Like you do when you transport
Prisoners.
extremely dangerous prisoners. And yeah, that is, you guys got an invitation from, the local innkeeper, and tavern owner, Yonder Sunstar, who appears to be a member of the Harper organization, who also came in with a clutch counterspell for you guys. And hey, Rita, you have counterspell. And that is...
Yeah,
It's okay.
I forgot about that. I didn't prepare it.
You didn't prepare it?
Well, we live and we learn.
Who's she going to be counterspelling in town?
So that's where we left off last time, and we picked right back up in the action. You guys are still in the town square. Sort of the hustle and bustle of activity is dispersing a bit, and you guys are here now. I made the map disappear. There we go.
And for your next trick.
I will saw one of these NPCs in half.
I didn't grab my pencil.
Yeah. What would you guys like to do? You're here in the town square. Activity's beginning to disperse a little bit. Some people who you see were like at the back. They're like, people at the front are like telling them what happened and what's going on. You imagine this is probably the most exciting thing that's happened in a minute in Bryn Shander. The 10 Towns, not notorious for their extreme amounts of activity. A very remote region. What would you guys like to do?
Anna's probably gonna start moving these fellas to the inn where they have instrument storage, quote unquote.
Yeah. We should make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. Make like a banana and leaf.
Alright, so let's boogie.
Boot, scoot, and boogie in. You do see a human man seems to be sort of pushing through the crowd and is like keeping an ear on the activity around him. Seems particularly watchful. He's got like a black hair that's sort of shockingly cut pretty short. Most people here grow their hair out relatively long just due to the cold.
We pass him by. No, I'm just kidding.
You do see...
Keep on walking.
You guys are relatively perceptive people. You do see that this guy is looking to get to you guys.
What does he look like?
Has a minute passed yet?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not big anymore.
Okay. You see he's wearing some pretty lackluster armor. It's not particularly impressive in terms of armament. You do see he has a sword strapped to his side. And he has black hair cut pretty short. And a very stern look.
What?
Maybe 30, 40.
What race?
Human.
Okay. Does he look official in any manner or no? Like he doesn't look like any of the guards.
He looks important. The fact that he's armored and has a weapon is on its own separates him from most of the people in this city or in this little town. His armor is not different from the armor of several of the other guards that you've seen. But there are no like distinctive identifying symbols on any of those armors pieces at all.
Anna's gonna turn and say, "Can we help you, sir?"
Yes, right. I heard there was a bit of business happening. What's going on here?
We are going to the inn.
You couldn't possibly think I was talking about that. There's no version of this conversation where you thought that was what I was asking.
You said, what are we doing?
You don't know him.
You don't know our friend Tiny.
Yeah.
We're handling a very important mission. I'm gonna take out the Harper paperwork that she flashed earlier because people already know at this point.
Yeah, he takes a look at that. Basically, just some missives, almost like wanted posters, with like a vague description of their powers and where you could, where sort of chatter and activity said they would be striking. And he's like, Harper's then.
Yes. I supported lying about this.
Do you have pens?
Yeah.
Moriana's gonna...
I'm just gonna like flip up the collar of my leather cloak and it's just right there.
Very good, normal place to hide it. Yeah, you see, gotcha.
Moriana's gonna start to take off the glove of her suit, unbutton it. It takes probably like 2 minutes.
That's not going to be necessary.
She starts the process of putting it back on.
Are you sick or something?
Chink, 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 chink. She's no.
She stays in the water.
What did you need?
Oh, sorry, I'm the sheriff of Bryn Shander. My name is Markham Southwell.
How do you spell that?
Mark Ham is his first name.
I just love the. I'm sorry. How do you spell
his
your
last name is Southwell.
That's Southwell.
With an E?
With an E. Like where you go to get water.
Pi gets a shot of his cop badge or whatever. was just like-
his numbers, badge numbers.
I don't think they have badge numbers in the 10 town.
Just some tracing paper you walk in.
His badge number is 4.
Get an impression of it.
His badge numbers.
No, he's the sheriff. He'd be 1.
You see that those. If you had see invisibility, you'd see a little arcane eye.
Oh,
He's got a body.
good. Good.
The eyes closed.
But none of you receive. But none of you have seen invisibility, so.
Why would I cast it right now?
Yeah, there's no reason to. But you
I
see.
can't see. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you see there, Sheriff Markham Southwell. He goes, your name's supposed to be like a joke or something.
What?
Your name.
Yeah, I'm tiny.
Is that supposed to be like a joke or something?
No, I'm small for where I'm from.
That's just his name.
Good, I don't do jokes. I told a joke when I was 17 once. One for me.
Fair enough. I was trying to think if you only told one joke when you were 17 and more jokes other times.
No.
Just the one joke and you were 17.
Yes.
What was the joke?
What was the joke?
Yeah.
What part of joke it wasn't for me? It didn't cross your ears, pal.
Well, maybe it just wasn't a good joke.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Sheriff Southwell, what could we do? What could we do for you today?
Well, I needed to make sure that, all this rustling, bustling happening was all right. You aren't the first Harpers that we've had pass through town. It's pretty regular since we're right on the way to Revel's End. So
That's where we're going.
So everything's pretty. So everything's pretty above board.
Is there anything going on in town that you might need our help with while we're here?
That won't be necessary, I don't think. I mean, look, if I'm being honest with you, it's not like we're pals or nothing, right? But I won't be bringing up any charges at this time. Seems like you guys made a mess, took care of it, which is what I like to see.
You like to see people make messes, or just the taking care of part?
People
Is
can
there,
handle their own messes.
Is there a different 6th Harper that I could talk to, maybe?
Have you met the Duke?
No. You royalty?
Tiny, please. Tiny.
Nobility, sir.
Tiny.
He asked if there was a 6th Harper.
That makes you 2 things that you're in charge of here.
Bad and ass.
No, Jack and shit. You're in charge of Jack and shit, and wouldn't you know it, I think Jack just left on a hunting trip. So, how about you keep yourself to yourself and everything's gonna be okay.
Sounds good to me.
Righty-ho then. You may be about your business. Try to get out of town as quickly as possible, given that you're transporting rather dangerous cargo there. Is there anything that you need from my men that could make that process go a bit quicker?
I think we'll be all right.
No.
We can, like you said, we're gonna handle ourselves.
Right, as you were. I'll be reporting all this to our town speaker. And you see he does like a little and like an about face and walks back to the crowd.
I fucking hate the cops.
Fucking cops, dude.
Don't talk to those motherfuckers.
So,
Jeez.
you said we're gonna go somewhere with food, right, Anna?
Yeah, we're heading on over. Here's the thing, guys. Fuck the cops. I mean, seriously. But we don't want to leave like a bad impression on these towns that we're passing
I'm
through.
glad
The
that
God
town's
forbid
guard
one of these
could
towns
do their fucking job.
burn
The
down.
Harpers wouldn't be necessary.
we wouldn't want to be banished from all of the 9 towns.
We want to make
that
sure
would be terrible.
that the people in this town trust us in case we need to help in the process of justice.
Fuck these podunk hicks.
We're on the same. Okay, I see where you're coming from, the Duke. However,
Look, Fishbowl, did those fuckers say anything before they tried to break out of the carriage?
there's only these
I can
towns.
flex
Yes.
some advanced interrogation
They did.
techniques.
They said that
Tiny?
I was a bad guy. And then they made her scared of me.
And then they said, dude.
Tiny, you don't know that. You don't know
Where
that.
are we all back in the
Do you know
wagon
that I'm
heading to
scared
the
of you?
North Look? Can we say that's happening?
You're not scared of me anymore.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You
While
guys,
we're
keep
having
having
this
you guys keep
conversation.
making your way to the North Look while you have this conversation. Absolutely.
I know that he said to her that that she should be scared of me, right? Because I passed my save, so I knew what he was doing.
You knew that he was implying a general air of paranoia. You suspect that likely he wasn't trying to make you afraid of you.
Oh. I thought that's why it didn't work. In my head,
You passed the save.
well, no, that was my rationalization. Rather than Tiny picking up
he
on
was trying to
anything.
make you scared of each other.
Mm.
It was more of a permeated paranoia that he was trying to sell.
And I'll take him any day over the cops.
The Kingmaker said that we should be spooked about us all being bad guys. But that doesn't make sense to me, because we're the good guys.
Now, I've taken a couple smacks to the noggin, but one thing's kind of weird. Why would they want to boot scoot and boogie and get the hell out of here in the middle of no fucking where, in the snow?
He did say that they were intentionally captured. He said this was their goal. I'm not sure
Even fucking weirder.
who in here was their goal, but we should be aware that their target is in the city, and we should leave after the kindness of your friend, the innkeeper, as soon as possible.
Do you think they might have some allies here in Brinchander?
I bet you it's Sporkham and South Ball.
Who did you mean?
The fucking sheriff.
Sporkham Southball?
I don't know who it could be, but I do think they
I'm gonna
could
keep
have
making it worse.
allies here in
The
town.
Muppet version?
Okay. Here's the deal. Our cover is broken. We need to get out of here tomorrow. We have the materials. Let's just boogie.
You don't want to rest? Oh, you said tomorrow. Sorry.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
We'll take a night. It's been a while since I've slept in bed. And then we'll move on.
Do we trust Yonder's storage enough, or should we do like a watch?
Well,
How did you know Yonder?
We should do watching shifts.
unless you and Yonder go way back. I know you've had quite a history with the Harpers.
No.
Okay, then
Okay.
we should probably do a watch then.
I should try to apply Yonder, and I went way back. That didn't go too well.
The last time you were like, oh, old pals, and he said, God, no.
We should try and get some answers out of Kingmaker, though.
I'm
no.
scared to let him talk,
We
and
don't let him
something
talk.
tells me that you
Why don't we
aren't
ask
looking
the one
for
who's not
answers.
talking?
Charmer.
It's okay. Break one hand, make him right with the other.
Yeah, Charmer would make more sense
want-
to ask. Oh, because I guess we can't. Well, was it Charmer or Mercy? Who's?
Dead?
alive? I was saying
You
is alive.
pincushion?
Still alive.
Mercy is
Look, Tiny
dead
doesn't
'cause
miss.
Mercy was
You
fast.
showed mercy, no mercy.
Okay.
Yeah, we could talk to the
With words.
Talk.
No. With words.
and see what they have to say. Once we're somewhere secure.
W-O-R?
How many other Harpers have you met
Sticks and
that
stones.
torture their prisoners, the Duke?
You're the only Harpers I know. I'm new.
Typically,
That's how I was
typically torment. I mean, just like historically, has not been like a reliable way of getting information from people. I mean, you would think because there's so many media portrayals of like, oh, you torture someone and then
I've
you
definitely
know
seen
what
that
happens.
on tapestries. Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
times.
And or you hear it in the legends and the myths, but the reality of the situation is all that torment gets you usually, like the information that comes out, is typically false or doesn't lead to like actual, like good, reliable, leads, so to speak. So
How many times has torture worked on you, the Duke?
On me?
Yes.
I haven't been tortured.
Make a history check.
Sure.
On yourself.
I think it's frozen.
8.
History?
Yeah.
11.
That feels true.
You think it's just me?
Yep.
It could just be me.
History check.
Look, all I'm saying is they tried to get out of that wagon in a hurry. For what?
For their target.
Whom Stiv is?
Look, we didn't get down to specifics, the Duke. Any yapping already got me and Tiny to
There's
try.
like
My
3 things in
concern-
this town, right?
My
There's the
concern-
blacksmith and the inn we're going to.
This town is so big, Tiny.
This is
My concern isn't that there
so
is
small.
another target. It is that we are the targets.
Then why would they have left?
I
The
don't
goal
think...
isn't necessarily to kill us, but to get out of here, to leave, to reclaim their freedom.
No.
But they have to have a contact. There has to be something. They're not just going to trudge through the snow
I
for
think
days.
they have allies here for sure.
Yeah, which makes us easy targets. Easy targets. We got to know.
So, you think we should definitely torture them?
Look.
I just think that's argument for not torturing them to death.
I will in the
Who says
event
kill
that-
them? I'm just looking for answers to find out who's going to try and kill us.
In the event that it was forgotten in the space between the sessions, because I know some time goes by between our sessions, one of them does have access to teleportation magic.
Yeah.
So they did have a way to leave here.
Yeah, they
But
didn't
they
want to break
only-
out here. I mean, they did want to break out here, but they wanted to break out here because their target was here.
Who has access to teleportation magic?
That sounds
Mercy
like an
Charmer
assumption.
or King?
Kingmaker
he told
attempted
me.
to teleport away.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Um,
he told me that.
Who?
And so they
Kingmaker.
did-
Yeah,
The
Kingmaker-
known liar?
Look, man, I vibe checked him. He lies about a lot, but I think he was because then he skedaddled. And he only tried to teleport after his shit was rocked.
Yeah, they want to leave, right?
I'm just saying.
Which means to get their freedom, whoever is out here would kill us to free them. If they have a contact
So we
or
should
allies.
definitely take watch.
Yes. And it would be harder for them to leave
It's also
if they
gonna
were
be-
just unconscious, because it's harder to move unconscious bodies.
You guys,
We can cast sleep. That's fine. Just keep them unconscious because they're going to be dead weight to whoever's trying to break them out.
I'm okay with casting sleep. I am not okay with torturing them until they're unconscious. Or
By the way,
knocking them out.
we shoved some corn syrup in their ear or some shit. They can't hear any of this.
We were cotton
By
ball
the way.
waxed their ears.
admittedly, both Kingmaker and Charmer are conscious still. They're
Yeah.
not unconscious.
We can fix that.
Both of them are bloodied. You guys do arrive at the inn.
Okay,
By
it
now.
happens. We move.
We just won't let them sleep. That's fine.
I thought about that because then they can't have spell slots anymore.
Sleep is good. I like.
They
the
also get a
cast
level of
sleep.
exhaustion,
I
mechanically
don't-
speaking.
I
That's
don't
not
know
good.
sleep.
For
though.
that.
I have sleep.
That's
You know
perfect.
sleep? Good.
They fuck up all their saves.
Great.
Makes stunning bitch slap easier.
And would you
Would
be
casting sleep on them count as a long rest, though?
Depends on how long they're unconscious for.
I mean, we can cast sleep on them and then wake them up and make them do a jog around the inn every hour on the hour.
fuck, dude?
No, just when we take our shifts, you don't let them sleep while you're watching.
That still feels mean.
Um,
I know they're
Look,
prisoners.
you guys are
They
good
can sleep.
aligned.
They can
I am
sleep
neutral.
They can
so
sleep on the way to Revel's End. I think that's the difference there, is like torturing for no reason to try to get information and doing something that's inconvenient and annoying and hurtful to them. But there is a solution, which is they can sleep when we're traveling tomorrow.
That makes sense. So that way they're not
I
causing
think that's a
problems
good
tomorrow.
idea.
I like the way you guys think. What?
I
You
can
wanna
disagree.
Go meet your contact, Anna, and try and get us that lodging.
I'm gonna head inside the inn and look for Ringo.
Ringo?
Ringo.
That's a good point. You have no idea what Ringo is. You guys step inside.
I step inside.
I do
didn't say
not.
inside.
shit
I
about stepping
stay
inside.
outside with the
We're
prisoners.
not leaving the prisoners
So the
unattended.
4 of you are staying in the wagon,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you're heading inside. Okay.
would
You
also not
make
be
a
undercover.
perception or investigation to you.
Do I have to decide before I roll?
No, you can just.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I did not look at the number. I snatched it up. I was like, I think I did that wrong.
This one is not like gonna derail the plot. You're good.
That's my sheet, honey.
Oh, I was like, that does not seem right. What do you mean 0?
What do you mean?
I'm stupid.
What do you mean, man?
Don't stupid.
An 18 investigation.
Jesus
18.
Christ.
You managed to. You see somebody. This maybe like 27-year-old dwarven lad, overwhelmed. Frankly, overwhelmed by the amount of work that he is doing at the moment by himself. He's heading all over the place trying to take care of. There's people like hollering for drinks. He's just a uncontrolled whirling dervish of activity as he scampers across the room, left, right. You
like-
assume that's probably Ringo.
Does Ringo have like a counter or something that he's working at, like a bar counter?
Not one that he's been able to get back to. He's been all over the room. You could very easily like step up to him and like just like stop him or tap him on the shoulder or something like that.
Okay. Anna's gonna step up and say, Ringo,
Oh, hey, yeah. I gotta do a few for you.
can I get some special mead?
What kind of special?
Kind that Yonder told me to ask for last session. He didn't tell me a specific kind. He said just ask Ringo for the special mead and know what he's talking about. Yonder.
Yonder detailed instructions.
Yonder told me to come ask for some special mead.
I kind of hate it when he does that.
Sorry,
We do
I'm
not.
sorry.
We do not. He changes it every time. We've got to keep it consistent, or it doesn't work.
Ringo, can I tell you something quietly?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
We've got some fucking people in our wagon. We gotta put them in some fucking chains or some shit, and they're gonna go ape shit on Bryn Shander. Ringo, please.
Stress this boy out.
Please, Ringo, please.
Ringo, do you need us to take a shift? Can we work the floor for you?
You don't have to. We couldn't pay you.
I'm gonna roll
or-
persuasion to let Ringo let me work his shift for a
I
minute.
want to work a shift.
All right.
Anna
Persuasion.
wants a new job.
This is gonna be 12.
Does not take very much persuasion.
He doesn't want to do it, but he also doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a 21, baby.
Oh my god! You took
I mean,
it
like,
out for the next
if
hour?
if it's fine with you, that we're not going to be able to pay you or anything like that.
I don't
Do you
need to
have
be paid.
Do you have a lot of experience as a barback?
I've got some experience as a barback.
Is that true?
Is that deception?
Sure. Can it be?
Do you know what? He's not going to perception check. He's not going to insight.
Anna's lived a life. That could be true.
Yeah, he's going to take you at your word regardless. He's gonna be like, yeah, why would you? Anything
Ringo
lie
said-
about it?
I'm a bard. Could I do it? Like, we don't have to do this right now. I mean, you guys could get the prisoners set up and we could say Anna's gone for a little while bartending. But could I do like a performance check for how I do as I take over his shift?
You played the role of barback.
Yeah, maybe that's Anna's goal. She wants to be an actor.
You also, do you have like a group? You guys could like take turns, I guess.
Oh my
but
god! Are we gonna take
I'm-
turns as
Dude,
barman?
you can't tell me. I'm sorry. Let's go
Or like
one at a
multiple
time.
people at once?
What's the reaction to? Do you want to help bartend or do you want to watch the prisoners go?
Bartend.
I'll watch those prisoners.
Prisoners.
Bartend.
Okay.
We've already
That's where we're
tried
at.
watching the
I was
prisoners.
gonna say
0 out of 10.
the people who are good aligned are gonna bartend.
We're-
The people who are not good aligned are gonna watch the prisoners.
All right. So, do you? He goes,
Fair.
just, yeah.
That way, there's not conflicts of alignment. I'm sorry. Are you good aligned?
No, I'm lawful
Don't
neutral
worry about
of
it.
my own laws.
Of my own laws. Go over to the, just, let the fish know that Yonder'd like to see you.
The fish?
Yeah, he points over. There's a stuffed, mounted fish on a plaque in the hearth.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
It is a, like, scarred forehead, knucklehead trout.
Oh, that would kill someone.
And you see there's a little name placard, that says Old Bitey.
Hey, Bitey. Yonder wants to see me.
You're in here?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's a placard that says Old Bitey.
Hey, yawn. I'm just kidding.
Fuck me. I'm
I'm sorry. Yonder wants to see me.
You see the fish turns its head on the placard to look at you, and it goes. And it just starts singing at you.
What song? Go ahead. Let's hear it.
There's a place I like to go, farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I do not know. Must be under all that snow. And then it does that 5 more times. It does that verse 5 more times. At the end of all of that, its head turns back to the placard, and you feel that under the rug that you're currently standing on, almost like the outline of a trapdoor appears underneath this rug.
Okay. Then Anna's probably gonna go let. All right. This is why I offered to take a shift for what's his face, right? Am I going to get ready for the shift, or is this where the prisoners are supposed to be?
That's why I assumed I was there, is I figured we were skipping
if
to.
you guys are like getting the prisoners in, there's like a hollowed out barrel on the side of the building. It's got your guys' little logo thing.
Okay.
If you like if you just tap on that barrel 3 times, it'll open. It's a chute that goes straight down.
Is Ringo letting them know or us know? Me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can dump the prisoners in there.
I'm gonna go let the people in the wagon know that real quick and ask the question of all questions. Would you like to bartend or would you like to watch the prisoners?
I've never bartended at such a small place before. That sounds fun.
I'm gonna choose secret third option, and I'm gonna go into the town.
Oh, dude.
Okay.
I'll watch those prisoners.
Blacksmith and figure out what
Please
was.
watch the prisoners.
Okay, I'll go with. I'll follow the Duke.
Thank you.
So you 2 are watching the prisoners.
Lord.
You're going into town. You
Lord.
2 are bar backing.
What can I say? Just some ladies tending some bars. Am I right?
Are you gonna
Bar
take
wenches.
your titties out of your swimsuit?
No. I'm gonna stay fully suited up.
Fish titties?
I will top the top of my.
Can we see the fitties, please?
Are you like top half fish, bottom half human?
I
Reverse
will
mermaid.
top off my dive tank with a little bit of like. I'll pour in some champagne.
Sorry, but
Bubbles
there's
going
Just a
a
little bit of.
there's an old song about that. Never mind.
Fish titties?
Reverse mermaid.
Oh, reverse mermaid. Fair.
So, you 2 make, I'll say any sort of check you'd like. Just let me know what kind of check it is.
Oh fuck. Dude.
Athletics to stuff them in the barrel.
Athletics check.
You 2 they're not resisting. You can just stick them in the barrel.
Yeah. I want to do the corpse last so it lands on them.
Not to like break
Gotcha.
the fall.
Yeah, put
I'm
them
gonna do a
first so they hit the
performance
ground
check.
hard, and then the corpse after them to knock them down.
Are you saying this before you throw them in or as you're throwing them in?
After.
I don't know if I want
When he
Moxie
questions
to
the order.
bomb bartender or to do really, really well at it. Let's
Well,
see.
either extreme would be hilarious.
Oh,
Is that a
so
nat 20?
Animosity got 25 with a nat 20 on performance for bartender.
The role of bartender.
Your effortless charisma. You make mistakes here and there
Oh
tending the
gosh,
bar.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, your effortless charisma. You're absolutely one of those servers where people are like, "Oh no, you're doing fantastic. You're doing fine. No, it's not a problem at all. That's totally
you know,
okay. I can drink this.
Ringo
I
just
do
seems
like
so
this. It's
swamped. Oh, that's so.
I
You're
do-
so great.
I like this too.
Oh my
That's totally fine.
gosh,
That's
so
totally- that's not a
nice.
problem.
You're the best. I mean, honestly.
Everyone's getting the same drink. I love it.
It's iced water.
Every single person
I think-
in this rowdy, raucous bar is getting ice water, and they're
What's
just
your bardic
they feel so
inspiration?
bad about saying. Yeah, completely.
What's your bardic inspiration? What die is it? A D8?
I don't know how
Yes.
I would know that. It's a D8.
Okay.
That's going to be a 19. I did a history check. I decided that while Moriana has definitely never bar-backed in her friggin' life, she has spent many late nights in bars working on plans, working on schemes, because it's less lonely to do that in a public space than it is to do it alone.
You also do that, yeah, big,
Like
coffee
a
shop
cafe,
energy. Big
coffee shop, study energy.
You also, like, your inherent ability to remember things, you've got people's orders on lock. Like, you're handling it just fine. So, yeah, you guys
I'd like to think you help me with carrying, and I'll be like, no,
Are we-
table 8 wanted a pale ale.
Oh, gotcha. Are we making any tips on this? They can't pay us, but
Oh, we are.
are we getting tip? We're two beautiful ladies. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I'm gonna let my hair down inside my helmet.
You guys make
Whose titties are out?
18 copper pieces.
18 copper pieces!
That's almost a silver each.
Wow! Is that minimum wage? I don't know.
Hey-ya!
Depends on what living style.
Guys, I got 10 gold and 18 copper pieces.
You're taking all of them.
Do we make it 18 copper
Oh, I
pieces
thought it was
as
each.
a unit or
No,
18 copper
as a
pieces?
unit,
Oh.
together. All
Nine.
together.
Nine copper pieces. I'm not gonna just be. I thought it was
18?
each. I thought it was each. We're like
Animosity.
animated.
Anna just lets it happen. She's like,
Animus
okay.
is like, woo!
And that would make Moriana even sadder. Moriana like jokes about it for a second, and Anna's like, okay. No!
Anna's having such a good time playing around. She's
This
like,
is fun.
Yeah.
This isn't even work.
oh my gosh, like this is what work could be.
You two head into
Just a
the
little bartending episode.
basement
Of, like,
with Yonder. You do see that down there is a cage, which seems to be the receptacle for this barrel chute that they have. The cage has no door. It is just iron bars all the way around, crossbarred.
Now I've got a quick question for you.
For me or for Yonder?
For Yonder. That's why I'm saying it in a voice.
Gotcha. Yeah. I thought you were doing a Jake impression.
That one over there did a teleporty thing, or was going to before something stopped him. He could probably do that again. Is there anything? I know there's no door, but is there anything that's stopping him from blipping around?
Oh, 100%.
Cool.
There was oh man, what was his name? This is this gnome that I met like about a century back named Faraday. He showed me how to make a really cool anti-magic cage.
Fuck you.
if Moriana was there, she would have to roll for nerd. She would have to fucking
Roll to
Faraday's
nerd out or roll.
Roll
cage.
for nerd.
yes.
Make
I
a
don't know.
Constitution saving throw,
To,
not
So
to
roll
totally
restrain
Are you gonna be
herself.
like Will on the train?
Oh god.
Have
Oh,
you been a
Jesus.
Harper Long?
I was so excited, and
pretty
then you
long.
related it to
Yeah.
Will on the train.
Yeah.
You like it?
well, I sort of there's a lot for me to be proud of in the organization, but I really wasn't super. Make a insight check if you'd be so kind.
Please don't worry.
4.
Please.
4? There's some difficulty he's having with answering that. That's not a difficult question to answer.
Hey, that's not my business.
No, it's just,
If it's a tricky question.
I don't like to get bogged down with specifics about the past. You know what I mean? The past is set in stone. The future's the only thing I can really change.
He's been to therapy.
That's why we call it the present.
That's why. That's why he's one of the good Yonders. Is he's been to therapy. That's it. That's the thing separating Yonders from
Ladies and
people.
gentlemen, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Are you telling me
real,
that if
and
we
Yonder
provide
Sunstar is done.
therapy to the evil Yonders, they will become good?
What I was going is I was going to point directly to the camera and tell people that if they haven't been to therapy, they are evil on their life.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I don't. That's just. It is what it is.
Damn.
No. But yeah. He's like, I don't like getting too into the details, especially when you've lived as long as I have. It's a lot of details to keep straight in your head.
Okay.
So, charge ahead with the situation that's in front of you. Live in the moment.
That seems nice.
Yeah. So far, it's been pretty great. I'm kind of retired. But I'm
Oh, I feel like an asshole now.
You guys look around and
Were you here
you see
before you retired, or did you make a cage in your retirement home?
Well, I set up an outpost here, and then I just kind of kept staying. And eventually I just kind of put down roots. I was, I used to be quite the nomad, but
Yeah?
not anymore. No. I have to move now, of course. You see that he has like a bag full. There's a shit ton of stuff in here. This is like a Harper's Batcave. Like there is like weapons adorn the walls. Scroll cases, books. You see that there's treasure. There's like jewelry and gold and electrum, and you see that there's a bag that he's been putting things into. It appears to be a bag of holding.
Why do you have to? Is it because of us?
I would never want to blame you guys for that. I mean,
it's because of us.
Eventually, the folly was going to find me eventually.
That's what people say when it's us.
Frankly, I was lucky that I was able to make it this long without the folly figuring out where I was, staying in one place like I was.
So the folly were coming free. That makes sense. That one.
I presume so. Usually the folly only work in pairs. I presume they would only send 3 if they were worried about somebody like me.
Just point a kingmaker. That true?
Don't.
He can't speak because the last time he talked,
Look at his eyes.
He can nod. He can nod or shake his head.
He tried to say
He
that
can
the
nod.
Harpers.
He does no such thing. You are separated from him by a cage without a door. I will remind you.
Pick up a ball bearing and bounce it off his forehead.
Shooting marbles at
Throw rocks at
that one, the one he's mad at. He was saying that the Folly had someone in the Harpers who told us to capture them, which didn't make sense to me because if you've got someone in the Harpers, why not tell us that they're somewhere where they're not, and then they wouldn't be captured? But
I think, and pardon me for speaking like an old man here, but I only really started realizing this around the time I was like 250.
how old are you?
I'm 785.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's pretty long ago. Sonny, you're not gonna be able to do that on your fingers. Around 250, I realized that like the best stories and the best lies have a lot in common. Both are based on some amount of truth, but there's embellishment around it. So I don't know that it kind of seems to me, and I don't want to speak for you, but it kind of seems to me like you're treating either the whole story as true or false, when in reality there's probably details here and there that are embellishments on an underlying truth.
Like maybe they wanted to be captured, but they didn't tell us that they were going to be captured.
Yeah, like maybe, and the Harpers, it's such a nebulous organization, kind of due to its nature. So it's possible that there's a Harper somewhere that is an informant for the Folly, but I don't know that that's... I don't know that we have to worry about them. I'm not, and I'm kind of supposed to worry about all of them.
Oh, that's nice. So, are you just gonna have Ringo run the inn then?
Yeah, Ringo's ready for it.
Flash cut to us helping him bring her back. The three of us.
Is Ringo finally at peace?
Ringo is
Feet up by the fire.
It's hard to tell if he's sweating, crying, or both. There's a lot of fluid on his face.
Roll for taste.
Both would be salty.
Are you licking Ringo?
Just tug against the inside of my dive mask. Like a child.
You just see a tongue.
Roll for intimidation.
Do you see a tongue emerge from the darkness?
I don't eat fish food.
No, I mean like fish food. Like,
Oh,
you put
like
fish food in a
This
bowl,
going to
like,
be
just
the
all-
NPC that rises
You don't
up
know that.
Irene. Sweaty Ringo.
Yeah, sweaty,
True love
crying
at first
Ringo.
sight. What can I say? He's starting
So-
to be submerged in water. I am submerged in water.
So you seem to know a lot. Do you have any advice for a young Harper on his first mission with 3 deadly assassins?
2.
Never
Oh,
fry bacon. That's a good point. Never fry bacon naked. And you see,
I mean, it is
he,
good advice.
Why would
Yeah.
you put clothes on bacon?
Fuck. And it's lost on him.
Sorry.
You see, he waves his hands in like a trigram. I need both of you to make Arcana checks.
Who's you?
That's gonna be, oh my god.
Animals?
Anna.
Anna and
Aria?
Pyria, yeah.
I'm not there though.
Why am I,
Okay.
why am I left out of the Arcana check squad?
Because you're with us, nerd.
I'm with Anna.
No, as in you're in the losers club with us.
Hey, we didn't ask why we didn't make it.
Artificers are loose.
Of course we didn't fucking ask, because it wasn't for us.
8.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You feel something odd. Almost like an overwhelming sense that something's changed. And you can't quite put your finger on what, but you feel like something fundamental, like gravity, like the heat that you produce in your body, something fundamental to the way the universe is, moves slightly to the left. It's just an odd, almost deja vu-y feeling of like something's weird, something's slightly different than it used to be, and you can't quite figure out what. You two see Mercy's chest begins to rise and fall.
Did you just revive her while she was in Faraday's cage? That's pretty impressive.
No. But I'll level with you. If you wouldn't believe the truth if I told you.
Okay.
And then what the fuck's the truth?
Why?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Duke.
Oh,
Tiny.
Tiny wouldn't, but
Tiny.
No.
I don't know. I'm
there's-
pretty trusting.
There's only
Look.
like 13 people who would believe me if I told them. Maybe 15.
Now
doesn't matter if I believe. I just want to know.
To me, yeah, I'm a storyteller. It absolutely matters to me if you believe.
That sounds like some hokey bullshit. And I'm gonna take a
This-
ball bearing and I'm gonna spike Mercy with it through the cage.
Well, I mean,
non-lethal.
if
I'm not giving you the power to lethally cock ball bearings. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Imagine-
That was never on the table.
Imagine the Duke says, "Oh,
Never-
Mercy's
never-
alive again."
Never ever was I giving you the power to throw a ball bearing so hard it becomes a projectile bullet. That's simply never was gonna happen. But I appreciate you letting me know.
I can make that happen.
Nope.
Mechanically.
Nope.
Bitch.
Absolutely not. Nope. Cutting that snake off right now.
The Duke takes out his clock.
what if I do my plus
Let me
1d10
get
fire
back to the
damage on
Rari
a thrown
real
weapon
quick.
attack?
1738.
I mean, if he didn't revive her, then she must not have been dead.
That is more plausible than anything I was about to say.
You weren't gonna say shit.
Yeah.
Anything's
Same.
more plausible than silence.
Yeah.
Duke, please, he's up.
You're not here.
I don't know what.
Mr. Duke, my lord.
Oh Lord, Mr. Duke.
I
think
don't
we
know
should
why
be
you're
nice.
doing a goofy voice. Nobody said that but you. But sure. You just mocked yourself. That's fine.
What?
I'm not gonna take issue with that. I think it's a sign of a healthy ego. If you
You
can,
hear this fucker trying to gaslight me?
if you can make a joke about yourself, that's absolutely fine.
What?
Intervene.
So, how's it all fit in the bag?
Oh, it's the skin of a fey beast that contains a pocket dimension inside of it.
That's super cool. So,
It's a bag
can
of
it,
holding.
can
They're
it
pretty
fit?
common.
Can it fit all of them?
I mean, I wasn't going to take everything. Is there anything you guys want?
What do I see? Because the answer is probably
World's your
yes.
oyster.
It's fine.
Yes.
Well, you name for me one object that you would particularly want. It doesn't have to be a magic item. If you don't specify a specific magic item, I'll just make one up.
Is there a cool whip?
Is there a cool whip? Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a whole
whip.
tub.
It says on it, cool whips. It's like blue and white. It's a round tub.
Cool whip.
Cool whip? Can I have a cool whip?
Yeah, I said, whatever you want.
That's so nice.
Yeah. I think I've got one that's a little bit longer because you want the whip length to be sort of proportionate to the arm.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, so I think I've got one that's just a little bit longer, not quite large, but like a little bit long. Do you want a large one? Because I saw you get,
When I get big, my stuff gets big too.
that makes sense. That would be pretty uncomfy if it didn't. I'd
Yeah.
imagine.
Be a
go ahead and
big
grab one.
clothes budget.
Yeah, here you go. And he passes you. It is a green tanned leather whip. You do see that it has like a almost like a caltrip at the end of it.
That's cool.
Yeah, anything you want. I mean, I have frankly too much stuff. You'd be making my pockets way lighter.
Is there anything you guys would want?
We're not there.
I know, but I'm trying to have time to be
assume once
thoughtful.
you guys are like
Oh, that's
resting,
nice.
So
you
do
guys
you
will
think-
all reconvene.
Probably
I would
something
say
fish
just-
related for me.
You got something fishy?
What do you mean by something fishy?
Well,
Trident.
Is there a
one of
literal
my
fish?
one of my
Literal fish.
one of
To
my
just
friends
dump in the
is
tank.
the one in the suit. they're always in water. They're like a Triton, and so I thought it'd be cool if I grabbed something that like reminded them of home.
Fish flakes.
That's.
You mean
I
the
swear
big
to God.
robot-looking person?
If it's fish flakes.
Or
a
sorry,
robot.
the big Warforged-looking person?
Yeah, no, that's a suit. It's sloshy.
Oh, there's a thing in there?
There's a person with water around.
For that matter, what the fuck's a dimension?
Are they into, like, tech?
Very
I think I got something.
sick.
Tiny dissonance.
And you already talked to Anna, so I'm sure you got something in mind for her.
I have a pretty good idea of something that I think I'd like to give Anna. I mean, they can say no. But yeah, I think they deserve it. It belongs with them. Same goes for your the other friend.
Pyrea.
Anna does not
Yeah,
know my
pirate.
Anna.
What?
Maybe
That's fine.
maybe Yonder's just very thoughtful
Okay.
with pronouns.
What was that?
Anna is not a they them.
Mm.
But Yonder, maybe Yonder is just a they themer.
A they themer.
Well, they contain multitudes.
They contain multitudes.
There's a whole lot of them. Yeah. Anyways, did you want anything in particular?
He punches stuff a lot. You got anything?
I used to know somebody like that. Let me check.
While he's looking, I'm just gonna start spiking Mercy with more ball bearings.
Oh.
You do punch.
Just the
stuff,
most
right? That's
substitute
why I've
teacher
seen it.
shit you've ever seen in
I
your
also have
life.
the spears, whatever.
Just throwing. Just throwing.
I know you're
things
trying to give me something nice,
over
but
and over.
it is not a priority right now.
The Duke could get himself nice though.
Duke whips ass already. Did you not see me bitch slap?
I saw it, sir.
Sir, I witnessed it.
Sir, I can testify.
Oh my God.
You see, he brings you a pair of fingerless gloves.
Does it also come with a white
Those are
jacket that has
very-
a scorpion embroidered on the
Very,
back?
very
You
stylish,
fuck.
sir. Let's be nice to the guy who just casually changed reality as we know it.
Fingerless gloves. You see that they
Fucking
do
Thanos.
have, like, on the, right above the knuckles, there's like a sort of a metal plate that hums slightly.
Shop gloves.
Alright. And then Duke will take them and he'll stick them in a pouch on his belt. And he's gonna go back to spiking Mercy with ball bearings.
Do you want help packing up?
No, I've got it, and there's a lot of stuff in here that you have to treat a little bit gently.
Oh, that
so
makes
it's
sense.
fun. If you guys
I'll
want to keep
try
eyes
and-
on the prisoners,
yeah.
or actually, you know, what would be super helpful.
Yeah.
Is if one of you wanted to just go up to one of the rooms and like grab some bedding and stuff, so that you guys can stay down here.
Oh, that's a good idea. I can do that. And I'm.
Just gonna leave.
Or do you want to do that? I'm sorry.
Duke
Yonder,
is happy
okay,
doing
Ty.
what he's doing.
Yonder absolutely
Duke,
does stay
slow
down here.
Okay.
As
So
soon as
I'm-
Tiny leaves, I'm gonna turn him and throw in a Kingmaker right in the face to keep him awake.
Oh, that's what
You
you're
see,
doing. You're not letting him
Kingmaker-
sleep.
God.
I thought-
Kingmaker just
What are the eyebrows?
Is this the Duke's romance?
Romance arc.
was that a romantic look I was given? I gave the wrong. If that's the case.
The smolder.
I didn't want to have to do
Kingmaker.
this.
King,
I
Kingmaker
have to break out this.
can't turn off the smolder.
Just me, you and you.
No.
Yeah. So you guys working upstairs. You're bringing bedding down. He's just slamming things into this bag of holding. We'll catch up with Pyre when they get back.
When I'm alone with Yonder and I'm pegging Mercy. Sorry.
Are you?
Go on.
With ball bearings.
Continue.
MTF pegging.
Yeah. Just keeping them awake because I don't want them sleeping.
No key points for them.
Well, Mercy is
Dude,
unconscious.
no HP. They should remain bloodied. Get that level of exhaustion. Like,
Mercy
fuck
is
these
unconscious.
people. I'll beam that bitch too. I don't give a fuck.
Well, Mercy will not become conscious for
A D4,
Yeah,
right?
D4
But Mercy was Mercy an elf?
3 hours.
Will it matter?
Mercy appears to be human.
Yeah. So anything less than 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bitch. Yeah. Without turning to face Yonder, I'm gonna be like, "Where are you from, Yonder?"
Don't really know. My first memories of the ocean.
There's a lot of those, and they're pretty big.
I mean, there's 2.
That's more than one.
That's not a lot, though.
I mean, there's a lot of water. There's a whole lot of ocean out there.
Yeah, 2 oceans.
You've seen the ocean? I'm just dropping off a betting before I go back to you.
But yeah, my first memory is of, I think it's called the Sea of Swords? Waking up in that, sort of ocean, swimming to shore.
Sword Coast.
Ah.
I must have been, oh lord, that's so long ago. Must have been 15, 16?
That's how old you were?
Yeah, what was your first memory?
I don't know. They're all kind of blurry. I've got this scroll of pedigree, and he's gonna turn around and produce it, and it's just like hastily scribbled in crayon. But I know I'm nobility. I'm a duke. I'm the duke.
I've never
You know,
heard of any
of the
these
Waterdeep
names.
Dukes.
I've never seen any of those names before.
You know, they're kind of weird. You're right. And he'll roll it back up.
I trust you. You seem on the level.
So you just like woke up in the water, swam to shore.
Yeah, pretty panicked. Swam to shore. Some other stuff happened, and lived a long life. Traveled pretty much everywhere. You ever been to I just forgot the name of the place in real life.
Oh.
Real life.
You ever been to that Walmart over
Old
on the east
Orleans?
side?
You ever been to Pecos and Pecos McLeod where it,
Stops being Pecos and starts
You ever
being
paced the
Klein.
length of Boulder Highway?
No.
2 a.m. on a Thursday.
I have done that. That story's so stupid. I was such a dumb child. Hold on, I gotta look it up.
You're good.
So, meltwater streams are streams that are mass that leave glacial systems, Appalachian, as ice and snow melt.
Hence, melt water.
Hence meltwater, right?
Creating streams.
Creating streams
Yeah.
from the glacier in
Yeah,
Appalachia.
from the melted water, yeah.
Exactly.
It's a good name.
Holy shit.
Caratur. The name of the place is Caratur. You ever been to Caratur?
Oh yeah, probably. It sounds familiar.
Big history check.
Sure.
I mean,
That is gonna be a 21.
oh,
21?
Yeah.
You experience a wave of deja vu.
And I'll drop a ball bearing.
It's like a brain freeze. Like, you don't know if you've ever been to Caratur. You are overwhelmed with the feeling that you've had this conversation before. You've been in this exact situation before.
I'm gonna turn to Yana and be like, Have we talked before? Have we done this before? Do I know you?
That's usually my line, but I don't think we've ever met before, no? Have you ever met somebody that looked like me before?
I feel like we've done this before.
I guess it's possible.
It's hard to tell.
Nothing's new under the sun. Well, I mean, the sun doesn't rise here, but you get what I'm saying.
Why doesn't the sun rise here?
Oh, that's been happening for a minute. think there's I mean, that type of magic is hardcore. That's got to be like the level of divinity or above. So like maybe a devil or a demon, or maybe one of the lower gods. If it was a more serious god, we'd have much bigger problems than just the sun not rising. Divinity does all kinds of weird stuff to reality.
Isn't it also like super cold here though?
Yeah. Well, presumably on account of the sun not rising for about a year. Then?
Do you know what? So you don't know exactly which being is causing this?
No, they have to be packing some serious juice though. In terms of they're not just Joe Schmo.
Seems bad.
I mean, if it carries on for much longer, this place will be just completely inhospitable. I hate to think of what would happen to the people of the Nine Towns then, or to any of the giant tribes, half giants, the dwarves. There's a dwarven settlement not far from here. Then again, there's many things that prefer darkness. There's a lot of things that, particularly Underdark creatures, that prefer there to not be a sun. So, you know, what's good for the goose isn't always good for the gander.
So, where are you heading? Or should we not know?
I probably shouldn't tell you guys. But,
They're conscious.
you know, I'm just gonna hit the road again like I did back in the old days.
That's kind of nice.
We pick up to you.
I
Where
have
are you
made
headed?
it a block away, and I am currently testing every type of magic that I know to try and figure out what just happened.
What types of magic in particular?
I would try and test all of them. Just
What are you
use-
starting with?
Let's do conjuration.
What spell? That's the nuclear option if you're thinking of what I'm thinking of. That's the absolute nuclear option if you're thinking of the spell I'm thinking of.
Hold on. I need to pull up my spell list. I should have prepared this sooner.
Fireball.
I was not gonna do fireball. I am.
Meteor swarm. Centered on me. And I leap down.
Run away.
There's a resource I've talked about on the stream before. All the lights in the sky are stars. It's Atlas for short. I really like it a lot. It's like a GM binder, like homebrew stuff. I like it a lot. There's a spell from that book that just drops a moon. You just drop a moon on a motherfucker.
Is that
I love
Majora's
spell so
Mask?
much. Huh?
Yeah, that's the plot in 3 days.
Okay.
You just drop a moon on a motherfucker. It's so great. I love that spell.
I don't think I have.
The moon's so big. Wouldn't that get you to?
Yes.
Well, you can pick a spot within. You don't have to drop it right above you.
If you take 2 spheres
But
and you
it's
touch
something
them, they only touch at the tangent point.
It's something like 500 feet wide, and it moves 500 feet every round. It starts 1,500 feet up. And you just drop a moon on
Oh, so it's not our moon. It's just
No, a moon. You
The-
summon a moon to drop on someone.
The first thing I do is I cast Tiny Servant, which is a transmutation spell.
Okay.
I cast it on. What do I have in my inventory? I cast it on a small knife. It's now a knife with arms and legs.
So you take out a small knife, and you cast the spell at it.
Yeah.
You watch as the crystals light up along your arm, and there's an unfamiliar energy to them. Rather than the normal conjuration magic, the way conjuration magic feels to
This
you.
is transmutation.
Transmutation, okay.
Sorry.
rather than the way transmutation magic usually feels to you, this feels different. There's something notably a different energy to it. Instead of transmuting this knife, is that me?
It was you. It wasn't me. I've eaten dinner.
Instead of transmuting this knife.
Instead of transmuting the knife, you find that instead, the knife, a small, odd, like green energy sphere appears around the knife for a moment, and you watch as the knife, you took it out of your bag and put it on the ground.
Yeah.
You watch as the knife absorbs that sphere of energy into itself, and then lifts off the ground, charts the course that it took from your bag out onto the ground, and places itself back in your bag.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like that power in Tears of the Kingdom.
Like that.
Okay.
Friendship?
No! Chronomancy! Sorry.
So funny. That's so funny. That whole last fight is fucking hilarious.
What can
Now I'm
I
gonna
do?
eat you!
What can I do to study this particular event further?
If you make an Arcana check, the DC is going to be very high. Or, I'll say you can make a Tinker's Tools check. If you have any Tinker Tools.
Shame you don't know anyone who might have Tinker's Tools.
Have you pulled them out in any of our previous adventures?
Yeah. I'm an arcanist.
I'm just saying,
Yes.
if you wanted to, like, investigate your matrix, your crystals that you've got, your apparatus. If you wanted to investigate, like, that in particular, you would need Tinker's Tools. If you want to just try to big brain what the hell just happened, that'd be an Arcana check. DC's gonna be 25.
Somebody's messing with time. That's what I figure.
Well, you just did.
Yeah. I'm gonna try, before I make this Arcana check, to cast Tiny Servant again, but I want to hold the knife in my hand. So I pull it back out, I hold it in my hand, and I cast Tiny Servant, and I focus on the green energy that forms around it, if it does again. Fuck a level 3 spell slot. They're just...
The knife pops up, sprouts little arms and legs.
It works? Hey, little bud. I'm gonna try something, okay? And then I make him go and stand, like, in the middle, next to something that's not flammable. Or not next to anything flammable, and I cast Firebolt on the Tiny Servant to check Conjuration.
How
Or
many hit points does the
infestation.
Tiny Servant have?
Infestation on the Tiny
How many
Servant.
hit points does the Tiny Servant have?
That's a good question. I don't think a lot.
I think it's gotta be under 10. It's gotta be 10 or lower.
See the stat block for its statistics. I don't have a stat block. It says see the stat block.
Here, I'll look it up for you.
Thank you.
Let's see. It has an armor class of 15 and 10 hit points. What type of damage is infestation?
Infestation is poison.
You cast infestation on it. You watch as the sickly yellow energy of the spell casts at it. It hits it, but does no damage.
Okay.
Because your tiny servant's immune to poison. It's an object.
Nice. Okay.
You see the little guy gets really, really scared and then looks as the spell is hovering around him doing nothing. He goes,
Sorry, I just needed to target a creature. And you're a creature.
This is sad.
You love being a little guy. I can tell.
Oh God.
You're on a little knife guy.
Alright, well, you're here now. Let's go. And then I grab him and put him on my shoulder.
Uppies.
You see he just settles in and sits down. Where'd you want to head?
I do want to make that Arcana check. I know it's going to be just out of the blue
Make that Arcana
before
check.
I leave. And then if I can't figure it out immediately, I'll figure it out when I get back because I got the shit to do. And you know what? Activate my Crystal Matrix.
Okay.
Because I want that +9 to Arcana.
Okay.
I'm so good. 15.
15.
It's not gonna do
You haven't even somebody messed with time, it seems like. You have no earthly idea how that would be possible. You've heard of spells that can stop time, but you've heard that those spells actually only work within a certain radius. They don't actually stop time everywhere. They only stop time for things around them, and then that time rapidly catches up. So that spell doesn't actually stop time. It's more like a stopgap. You have no idea how somebody could alter time to this actual factual level, or why it would affect you so much. Pondering on it. Why do you know that happened? Maybe it has something to do with the Matrix. It's a very experimental technology.
Do
Okay.
we still remember what
Meanwhile,
happened in our
on an 8, Anna's like, did I get your order wrong?
I mean,
He
no,
was like,
but that's just me.
I mean,
I have
Well,
a bad
yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's
do
fine.
I
You get
remember
another
killing
confirmation.
you?
No,
you're too
it's
kind.
totally fine. You're working hard. You're working hard. You know what? Honestly, I feel bad. It was kind of a complicated. It was like a cocktail. You're totally good.
Oh my gosh.
Who's ordering a cocktail in the Nine Towns? I want to know.
It's 2 different types of mead mixed together.
Yeah.
That's the cocktail.
Did
It's
you
called the
bring-
Busy Bee.
Did you bring the
It's
bee to that
3
table?
different
Or
varieties
did you bring
of
it to
mead.
table 17?
Oh
It's
gosh.
like-
You know, I think I brought the bee to Ringo.
Ringo doesn't need more alcohol in his system. He's been taking shots back bar this whole time. Anna.
And that is where we're going to go ahead and leave off for today. That's as good a place as any. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you that did, if you didn't, catch you on the YouTube. How about that? We have a Patreon.
We
You
do.
get a free trial.
Yep.
And see all of the lovely things that we do there, including what we're about to film now, our after show called The End Diaries, where we just interview each other. Everybody gets an interview. You get an interview, you get an interview, you get an interview, you get an interview, you get an interview. Everybody gets an interview. Bye.
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 Come dice with us next time.